Once upon a time, there was a small Buddhist monastery on top of a peaceful mountain. A wise master lived there with a few of his disciples. They spent their days meditating and practicing the path of inner peace and mindfulness. Their life was calm and silent. In that monastery, there was a young disciple who had recently joined. He was sincere and enthusiastic, but still new to the spiritual path. Like the others, he would go down the hill every morning to the nearby village to collect alms. One day, as the young disciple went to ask for alms, he knocked on the door of a house. A young woman opened it. She had just taken a bath, and her wet hair clung softly around her glowing face. The young monk had never seen such beauty before. He couldn't pull his eyes away from her. The woman smiled kindly, went inside, and brought food for him. She offered it with great respect. The young monk thanked her and returned to the monastery, but her image stayed alive in his mind. The next morning, he woke up early and decided to visit the same house again, breaking the monastery's rule of visiting different homes each day. When he knocked on her door again, the young woman welcomed him with a bright smile and offered food respectfully. This became a routine. One morning, he reached her house earlier than usual. The woman said politely, "Venerable sir, it is my practice to give alms only after I have taken a bath. You've come too early today. Kindly wait while I go to the river to bathe." The monk agreed, but soon began following her secretly. He hid behind a tree and watched her bathe. For a moment, guilt rose in his heart, but lust overpowered him. This continued for days. He grew distant, distracted, and unable to meditate. The master noticed the young monk's behavior changing. One day, he called him gently and asked, "What's troubling you?" The disciple replied, "Nothing, master. I'm just not feeling well." The master said nothing, but decided to observe him closely. The next morning, he secretly followed the young monk. From a distance, he saw everything: the disciple hiding behind the tree and watching the woman bathe. The master sighed deeply and walked toward him. He placed a firm hand on the monk's shoulder. The young monk turned around, terrified. His face went pale. He began trembling. The master said nothing, just held his hand and led him away. After a long walk, they reached a stagnant, muddy pond. The master released his hand and said calmly, "Can you cross this pond and come back?" The monk agreed and began removing his robe. The master stopped him and asked, "Why are you removing your robe?" The monk replied, "Master, the pond is dirty. My robe will get spoiled." The master smiled gently and said, "You are not ready to dirty your robe, which is not very precious, but you allowed your priceless mind to be stained so easily." He pointed at the muddy pond. "Lust is like this mud. It seems harmless at first, but once you step into it, it sticks to you. The more you struggle, the deeper you sink." Hearing this, the young disciple was deeply ashamed. Tears rolled down his cheeks. He bowed and said, "Please forgive me, master. I have lost my way." The master placed a kind hand on his shoulder and said, "Falling is not your defeat, but staying fallen is. Rise again, stronger and wiser." From that day, the young monk stopped going for alms. He focused on meditation, fought his inner battles, and purified his heart. Years later, he became a great teacher, known for his wisdom. He often told his disciples, "Victory over others is temporary, but victory over oneself is eternal." In our lives, many people, especially the youth, struggle with unwanted sexual thoughts. These thoughts disturb the mind and distract us. The more we try to resist them, the stronger they seem to come back. They arise from what we've seen or imagined before, especially from online content that feeds our mind repeatedly. Pornographic material plants deep impressions that replay again and again. The truth is simple. If you stop feeding your mind with such content, the thoughts will fade. When you stop watching explicit material, the mind begins to heal. To speed up this process, practice meditation. Meditation clears deep mental impressions and brings calmness, clarity, and strength. Avoid planting seeds of lust in your mind. Guard your thoughts. In time, your mind will become clean, focused, peaceful, and full of strength.